So today I'm going to be doing an unboxing that's not really relevant from a product standpoint, but it's more interesting because it marks the reintroduction of the Palit brand back into North America. Now, Palit was around in Europe and Asia for a long time. They've been very successful there, and they tried about a year ago in North America and eventually ended up pulling out, and their cards kind of disappeared from the shelves, but now they're back and bigger than ever. And so I've got a Palit GTX 260 here. It's a 216 stream processor 260 with 896 megs of RAM, 448-bit interface with that RAM, etc, etc, etc. One cool thing that it does have is an HDMI output. Now, Palit's big value add is that they are this is a Sonic overclocking edition. Their thing is play it, tweak it, get more out of it. They claim that their cards, because they never use reference designs, they always design their own PCBs, they say that you can get more overclocking and more performance out of their cards versus with another manufacturer. Now, my camera person just showed up, so if I could get them to grab the camera, and let's have a look at what we will find inside the box for the Palit 260. Yeah, awesome, thank you. So first we will find inside this huge box a piece of foam. Okay, there you go. There's your foam, awesome. Next, in terms of accessories, we will find a DVI to HDMI adapter. Oh no, this is not that thing. This is an HDMI to DVI adapter, slightly different, so that you can take the HDMI port that is present on the card and you can make this into a dual DVI card. Very clever. Okay, but I'm not done with the accessories yet. So now we have a 2 Molex to 1 PCI Express power adapter. They only give you one, I guess, because this card only has one connector is my guess, but we'll find out later when we actually look at the card. We're not looking yet. And this seems to be one of those little audio adapters or something. Yeah, ground and something. Oh, it doesn't tell me what the other one's for. That's terrific. It's not labeled, but I think it's the little audio thing. Okay, so then we'll take out this huge piece of foam, which is like very well packed. You can see this is really good quality foam here. Okay, inside we will find a quick installation guide and a driver disc. Wow, I don't think I've seen compact disc written out like that in years. That is terrific. Okay, quick installation guide from NVIDIA. Install the driver. Okay, that's all pretty straightforward. Wow, it even has Romanian in here. You can tell they're a global company when all the languages that are present in that quick installation guide. So let's have a look at the card itself. The very first thing you will notice about it is what I said before. This is not a reference card, folks. So Palit takes a lot of pride in designing their own PCBs for NVIDIA GeForce graphics solutions. So you can see this one has a dual fan solution over what appears to be 3 heat pipes running along the core of this video card and then running up into, can you see that? Can you see that okay? And then running up into the fins that are cooled by these fans. Now, this fan right here, if you look down into it this way, can you see in there very well? Yeah, so you can see that this fan is not entirely dedicated to cooling the heat pipes and the fins, and actually a lot of the air is shunted off this way so that it'll cool the voltage regulators, which are over here and have a very nice, this is a nice looking card actually, has a nice heat sink on it over here. All right, so let's have a look, let's see. Okay, first of all, red PCB on the back. That is a bright red PCB, very distinctive looking. Now, you can tell one thing about Palit. They do not allow you to remove your stock cooler to keep your warranty. So that's a difference from some of the other manufacturers like EVGA and XFX who do allow you to remove it. You've got your 2 fingers for SLI on the back. All right, you got your standard PCI Express 16X connector. All right, so let's move around to the top where we will find 2 6-pin adapters. So I guess they only give you, or 2 adapters, 2 6-pin PCI Express plugs. So I guess they only give you one because they figure if you're actually using a power supply that doesn't have at least one PCI Express connector on it, you probably ought not be running this card. All right, so the top here, you can see that they've left an open slot here so that the fans will blow air out of the card this way. So they're actually blowing air out this way, blowing air out this way, and blowing air out this way. So there's not going to be a lot of air restriction in this cooler. I really like that. Okay, so you can see at the back we've got, this is a dual slot card, so you've got vents here, and then you've also got HDMI, VGA, and DVI, and they've given you that handy HDMI to DVI connector, so if you don't have an HDMI monitor, you can just use dual DVI quite easily. Wow, look at that. So you got more ventilation coming out the bottom, so this will actually blow air onto your motherboard components under the video card. That is swell, because so many video cards overlook this and do not provide any cooling to that area under there that gets almost no airflow whatsoever. So I think that pretty much covers my unboxing of the GeForce GTX 260 from Palit. This is a Sonic edition, and this is a Sonic edition of Tech Tips or something. Thank you for checking out my video blog, and I'll talk to you later. Awkward.